Okay, in percentiles, the best way I can talk about percentiles is visualizing it. So if you're in the 80th percentile, it means that if you lined everybody up, this is 80th percentile for height, if you lined them up from shortest to tallest, you would be taller than 80% of the people. So if you're in the 99th percentile, it means that you're taller than 99% of the people in that group. So first, what you want to do is order the data in your calculator. So I see that these numbers are already ordered in your calculator, or they're already ordered. So I'm going to put these in my calculator right now. So these are already in order, but to put this in my calculator, I went to Stat, Edit, L1. Now, when you go to Stat, there is a feature on your calculator that you're gonna that reads sort A, and then there's parentheses. So sort A means that you're gonna sort ascending. It means it's sort going from least to greatest. So I press sort A, and then it gives you parentheses, and I put in L1, and that's gonna put your numbers in from least to greatest. So you're gonna want to do that when you do percentiles. So which number represents the 30th percentile? So what you do is you take the number of data that you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14 pieces of data. So I'm going to take 30% times 14. So I do 0.3 times 14, and I get 4.2. So I'm going to round that to 4. If it's 4.5, round it up to 5. If it's 4.6, round it up to 5. So what that means is you're going to cross off 4 numbers. So you're going to round this number just like normal rounding rules apply. I know there are different formulas to calculate percentiles, but follow this method that we use in class. So there's different methods, but this is the method that is in our text. So I'm going to cross off 4 of them, and this 19 represents the 30th percentile. So 19 is in the 30th percentile. So what percentile is 20? So notice what I did right here. I took, I don't know the percentile, so here I knew it was 30 percentile, so I'm going to call this X. And then I multiplied it by the number of pieces in my data set, 14, and 20 would be crossing off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So if I do 5 divided by 14, I get 35.7%. So we'll say about 36th percentile. So I'm going to try another one. So if I have to find what percentile is 33, what I would do is I would cross off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 numbers that are smaller. So it would be X times 14 equals 11. And then I divide 11 by 14, and I get 79%. So it's in the 79th percentile. So example for this. Consider the data set representing infant weights in kilos. So I'm going to press pause right now and put these in my calculator. And since I know I'm doing percentile, I'm going to order them down here. I'm going to sort in order. So I've listed out the data set in order from least to greatest using the sort feature. And then I also find my average and my standard deviation, because I'm going to answer within how many standard deviations from the mean do all of the data lie. So in order to do that, I make my number line and I put the mean in the middle. So I'm going to go up a standard deviation and I'm going to go down a standard deviation. So if I add 16.1 plus 2.1, I get 18.2. And then 16.1 minus 2.1 is 14. So this represents one standard deviation away. So I need to look at my data, and I am not including 13.3, and I'm not including these over here either. So if I add another standard deviation, if I do 14 minus 2.1, I get 11.9. And if I do 18.2 plus 2.1, I get 20.3. So I'm still not including 20.4. So I can see that it's actually going to be 3 standard deviations away, because if I add one more, I'll include 20.4. And then what is the 40th percentile? So to percentiles, what you do is you take the percent times the number of pieces in your data set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 40% times 12 is 4.8. So I'm going to round 4 point up to 5. So I'm going to cross off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next number, the sixth number, is 15.3. That represents your 40th percentile. Then to do this 75th percentile, I'm going to do 0.75 times 12. So 3/4 of 12 is 9. So I'm going to cross off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and get the 10th number. So it's 18. And then if you're asked what percentile is 15.7, so I'm going to look at how many have crossed off. So if I have 15.7, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've crossed off 6 numbers. So that means that we don't know the percent. We're going to multiply it by the number of pieces in the data set, and then I got 6. I crossed off 6. So x equals 0.5 or 50th percentile.